guy really helped me out a lot.
Yeah, we got. Did you get all that sent off?
Oh no, I'm doing a practice. They give you an application to practice with. I'm getting that all ready. Then I'll just probably do it tomorrow afternoon. They
Oh, you got. We
extended,
have another week, right? They send
yeah, they
extended.
extended it to the 24th.
Yeah, okay.
But you did it perfect. I mean, that worked great. I just boom.
You know, it works different on the with the iPhone. You can with the desktop it works great, but the
Oh, it
iPhone
was.
it
I
it's
couldn't
a little
believe it.
different. Yeah, yeah.
Bam.
What are
That
y'all
was
talking
awesome.
about?
Well,
We are now.
on
We're live.
YouTube has a new feature where you can just go to any video and designate up to 60 seconds of a clip inside that video and send that to someone. You know, like if you're the fourth person in an open mic and you want to send your performance to somebody, you
Hmm.
can go in there and clip your version and just send it directly to whoever you want to send it to, and then they get it. They see that little segment, but they can click on it and then watch the whole video. And
Yeah.
it's a great way to promote yourself
Yeah.
and us. And Chris was wanting to know how to send a video, short video to what do you call it? The
Well, Folk Alliance for
Folk
their,
Alliance. Yeah,
yeah, for their international convention, Kansas City.
yeah.
I joined that. They want to see a live performance of you, and this is a perfect setting. They say if you're doing something like this or do your own home screen or something.
That might be something we could do for a business meeting, Barb. It's just it would be a short one, but
Yeah, talk
we could
about that. Show
talk
how it's
about
done.
that and show people how it's done. You could
It
do it
only
real
shows
easy.
a minute, right?
No,
15 seconds, 15 to 60 seconds, and then but it once someone is looking at it, they can click it this and it'll show them the whole video.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
It takes
you
them
can
right to it.
edit it by those numbers when you that are across there for each deal. Like if you're on it 13 dash or 13 colon 14 seconds, and then it moves up to
Yeah,
15 minutes, you
for
can
for
just capture that little segment.
for example, Chris identified the January 25th open mic that we did,
Yeah,
virtual online, and I went to that and we took two songs, made a clip of two
yeah,
songs on that, and had two links, one for each song that he sent for his
You posted that
vision.
on the DSA
Yeah, yeah.
YouTube
Well, I
channel.
posted a couple of different things on DSA. We were searching and trying to figure it out, but finally we figured it out that all you need is that link feature.
yeah. They just want a link. They have no way to access, so you have to give them links for your songs and for anything, so they look at it that way.
If you're looking at something, one of our videos online on YouTube, like on your if using your desktop,
Yeah,
down in the on the lower right hand side of the video, it has different little things you can click on, and one is a
yeah,
pair of scissors.
yeah,
And when you see that pair of scissors, just click on that, and it'll take you right into that feature, and it's self-explanatory.
yeah. That would be a good little workshop deal. Yeah,
That you could post your like tonight if you wanted to post your performance of one or two songs, you could do that
yeah,
on your Facebook page if you wanted to, or you could send
yeah,
it to a friend.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. Thank you very much. It's good.
Well, I hope you get on there. I like those songs a lot that you
Oh, I did too.
sent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you gave me the one that I don't have. I couldn't link to anything because it's on an old record that I wanted to for them to hear it. So that's that one, Jefferson Road. So that's good.
I love that Jefferson Road. That sounds like
Uh,
a hit song to me.
yeah. Are you going to have some information, Bobby, on this the cat on the Grammys?
No. What
No.
information?
I got an email from you saying that the they're taking Folk Alliance is taking applications.
Well, Folk Alliance will apply for you if you're a member of Folk Alliance.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And so you're a member of Folk Alliance. You just said you were.
yes, I am.
So ask them to submit your
CD.
CD for Grammy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Ace and Allen tonight.
Alan's going to a concert.
Ah,
Did anybody talk to him this week?
No, I didn't. Just I've seen his postings and
Well, he was going to just come up and then go back.
no.
But he also thought that that Anne was going to be in rehab, but they sent her home. So, I guess he's going to stay down there and take care of her for a little while. I don't know. I just wondered if anybody knew.
Well, he's going to some big concert tonight.
Well, he's going to see Jackson Brown or somebody.
Is that here or down there?
No, it's down. It's here
It's here.
in Dallas.
Well, he said.
He's-
I think he said he was going to that.
Yeah, he's going. He came up to go to that. That's what he said last week. He was coming
Oh.
up to go that. He's going to that with Oh gosh, what's his name? I can't think of his name. My brain is dead today. I'm sorry, y'all.
I can imagine with that temperature. My God, how you guys surviving? It blows my mind.
I don't know. It's not fun.
I'd much rather have this than freezing. Any day.
Well, they're both bad.
Yeah.
I used to think this was bad till I started working in Yuma, Arizona. 116 degrees with 8% humidity. That's an experience.
Wow.
I spent a winter in Yuma.
You really need to experience Yuma in July for the first
No,
time.
thank you. The winter was nice. I enjoyed it there. I played at a club that was, I can't remember the name of the club, but it was a building that had 2 rooms and 2 stages, and then kind of a center middle part, that was just a bar, and then you went one way or the other for 2 different stages with 2 different. There was a rock club and a country club, and I played the country club there. And a band from Mexico was playing the rock club, and they were in spandex with long hair, and they were great. They were a great band. They were there kind of when we were there, so we hung out together. It was a lot of fun. But Don went with the owner's son. Took them out in the desert in a dune buggy with some of the band members of I didn't want to go, so some of the rock band members and Don went, and they were stopped by Border Patrol. And of course, the spandex guys didn't have a wallet or identification or anything because they had no place to put anything. They don't have any pockets in those spandex pants. So they were about to haul them in, or take them across the border and stuff. And the guy, I guess, convinced them that they were, working at his club and not to arrest him or whatever. So
Not many people cross the border in spandex, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So tonight we are kind of late getting started, but that's okay. And this is the Dallas Songwriters open mic that we have every Wednesday. We invite those of you on Facebook, you can join us. We have a posted Zoom number that's on our Facebook page somewhere. And tonight, our host is Mr. Bill Martin.
I'm not here to play tonight. I just want to listen.
No, you get to play too.
I
I want to play, but I don't want to listen either. I just want to play. I want to listen to these other guys. I'm gonna talk to Chris while they're playing.
Well, I had a bad day too, Barbara. I mean, it's been quite the day. I've been fighting printers all day. Ugh.
Oh, I did that a few days back. In fact, Harry, I did manage to print out those certificates finally. But, and I was talking to my girlfriend, she was having printer problems today too. I couldn't get my printer to print for a long time. And I went through a bunch of rigmarole.
Yep.
Finally, I got it to print, but I can't tell you what I did to get it to print. So
I just mine wouldn't work. It locked up, so I got 2 extra printers sitting in my house. So I just, but I had to change codes on my laptops and everything so I could work. You know, I've got one computer for billing, one computer for this, and another computer for recording. I never thought I'd have 3 and 4 computers in my house. Is Bill's mic on?
Yeah, I'm just not being very talkative. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chris Albert. This is Keith Dodson. This is Harry Hewlett. And this is Barbie McMillen. And my name is Bill Martin. As we do this, what we do is the host starts the first song, and we take turns every week. And it happens to be my turn this week. Actually, it's more trouble to express than it's worth to explain why I'm here this week instead of another week. However, I will be starting. Barbie will be next. I believe Harry came on next, and then Keith, and then Chris, who has decided not to play, but he will indeed grace us with his presence.
Well, no, I want to learn something. I'm here learning. I'm in the
We're just
middle
going to
of.
look at you for 3 minutes.
I've got like 4 songs going in 40 different
Oh.
directions. I'm listening to ideas, and I'm just here to listen.
And I forgot to, let's see, spotlight for everyone. Oh, look at me. Somebody did it. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, what we do is we take turns. The first person to play is, can you all see and hear me?
Yeah.
Good. I just saw a connection lost on my mouse. Hopefully it's not going to affect this. At any rate, the first person to come on will be the second person to play, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and the host gets to go first. And here's my little ditty. It goes like this. Thank you, world. Okay, that brings us to Barbie.
That was an interesting riff.
Well, thank you.
So it looks like your fingers are better.
Not really. Not
No?
really. I'm playing really simpler stuff tonight. I'm still having trouble with them.
Well, darn.
Yeah. I'm going to change my batteries, but apparently everything's, oh, it's connected again. Okay, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Barbie is next, and she is going to have her spotlight replaced.
Oh, here I am. All righty. Almost daylight.
Barb, it's not working.
What's
Your-
not
your-
working?
Your organ, I mean, your piano. So it's always, it just, you got your original sound on?
Oh no. Thank you. Thank you, Harry. I bet I don't.
I'm turning in the bill.
Well, I know. We need a bill. But Bill's not Bill tonight. And I can't
Yeah.
wait a minute. I can't find my cursor. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right.
There you
we
go.
God, I feel like an idiot. All right, let's try this again. Almost daylight, turned on the light, and for the 100th time I read your words on a page. Now it seems like years since you were here in our home in the den with our friends, all singing with you. I'm so afraid of my yesterdays. Memories blend to a milky haze. My mind's a craze, I've gone astray with thoughts of you, thoughts of you. Thoughts of you. I can't shut out my thoughts of you. The fall's here and winter's near, but the cold grabbed my bones, turned to stone when I last saw your eyes. There's a man in my room with a wooden head, someone to fill your place in the bed. Haven't even heard a word is said, but thoughts of you, thoughts of you. Thoughts of you. I can't shut out my thoughts of you. The wind has blown, my hair has grown. I remember the contest to see who's got longest at first. What would we be doing? What would you say? There's a chill in my soul since I lost you that day. My life is gray, I've gone astray with thoughts of you, thoughts of you. Thoughts of you. I can't shut my thoughts of you. Now it's all been said. My heart has bled. Now I smile for a while as I file away my thoughts of you. Now I smile for a while as I file away my thoughts of you.
I like that song. It sounds so much better when the original sound is on.
You can actually hear the piano, sort of.
Yeah.
That did seem kind of quiet, the piano. Was it quiet for y'all
No,
or
it
not?
sounded great.
Okay.
It sounded great. You sound a little bit hesitant in your vocals. Your phrasing was, just a millisecond later than I expected it to, but that's not in a bad way. I just picked up on it. I thought I'd mention it because I'm not.
Okay, thank you.
But I liked it. But the one thing I wanted to say is, while I have you, could you tell our vast audience out there about Christmas in July? Do you think anybody's interested in hearing about this?
Well, I hope that they are. I mean, I think that we're going to have a good time on Sunday. I hope everybody will come out. It's a great time to network with us and then, other people at Sons of Herman. And it's great food, barbecue, and it's homemade barbecue. Bobby Wilbanks will be barbecuing out on the grill, and it's really the best blues players in town. Texas Slim and
Others.
yeah, I mean, I can't think of their names. I'm terrible. I'll look it up though, but they're top blues players in town, and it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be really good. So I want everybody to come out and support it. And 100% of the profit will go to buying toys for kids in South Dallas, kids who normally wouldn't have a Christmas. And what we try to do is get them wheels, so they'll have some transportation and a way to get around. So we usually use this money to buy bicycles and helmets and locks and stuff. So there's a big line down there in Christmas. Bobby went last year, and then of course they also buy toys for other little kids and stuff like that. So it's a big deal, and there's a lot of kids down there wanting stuff for Christmas. So I hope that everybody in DSA and all of you people out there on Facebook will come down to Sons of Herman Hall between 2 and 7 on this coming Sunday afternoon. It's in the old bowling alley, which is on the first floor in the back, so you don't have to climb the stairs. You don't have to worry about that. And just come down and have some food and listen to some good Jackie Don somebody is the other guy, and then Greg Smith also will be playing. So I hope y'all will come out.
Thank you,
Please.
Barbie.
Thank you for reminding me.
My pleasure. And that brings us to Harry. I'm going to punch on and replace you, Barbie.
There he is. How y'all doing?
We're good, Harry. Good to see
And
you.
Barb, Jack Allday.
Yeah, I'll let you talk about that.
Well, we got notice.
after your song?
Michael sent out the notice today.
Yeah.
Jack Allday had passed
I
away.
know.
That's the last surviving member of the Nightcaps. That's an era ended right there. I remember back in college and high school days listening to all that music, and that's some of the first music we listened to was the Nightcaps. They were good. Okay, anyway, I play a song. Ain't no fence, ain't no yard, ain't no ruts where a pickup parks, ain't no windmill fan a turning, ain't no trash out back a burning, ain't no tractor, ain't no plow, ain't no bull waiting for a cow, ain't no mother, brother or sister waving at daddy on his cultivator, ain't no laughing, ain't no crying, ain't no living, ain't no dying, ain't no one looking for a school bus coming. There ain't no family on this farm anymore. And there ain't no town in walking distance where you could go to do all your business. Ain't no banker can lend you money. Ain't no grocer can sell your honey. Ain't no service station attendant can pump your gas and wash your windows. Ain't no neighbor can give you help when they sell your stuff at the courthouse steps. Ain't no laughing, ain't no crying, ain't no living, ain't no dying. Ain't no one hoping to have a bank note burning. There ain't no family on this farm anymore. Ain't no laughing, ain't no crying, ain't no living, ain't no dying, ain't no one left to vote for the Democrats or to make their kids go to Baptist training union every Sunday night, 52 weeks out of the year, every darn year, till they're 18 years old. There ain't no family on this farm anymore. Ain't no laughing, ain't no crying, ain't no living, ain't no dying, ain't no one left to put. There ain't no family on this farm anymore.
All right, Harry, good to hear you again.
Hey, how was the balance on that?
From where I'm sitting,
Good.
everything's balancing perfectly.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm playing James Pappas's guitar with Jerry Alice's pick.
Well, it's magic. It's magic.
Anyway, thank you, Bill.
Are you superimposed on a background?
I don't know.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
I think I am. Yeah.
Yes, that's Harry behind Harry.
Actually, that was
Okay.
a guy behind me playing. I was
Yeah.
just faking it up here.
Actually, there's one in the back singing. He's a backup singer.
Yeah, that's my back. Yeah.
Well, when you held up your pick, all I saw was this blank thing.
I don't know if you can see it or not. Well, you can't see it now, but it says Jerry Alice on the right.
Yeah.
Can you see that? It says
Yeah.
Jerry Alice. Jerry Alice. She's gonna want it back one of these days. I'm gonna make it famous, you know. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, Keith, you're on.
All right.
Let's see here.
I'm still playing with my new interface here, so you need to let me know if the guitar is too loud, or if I'm too loud, or if everything's too loud, or if you just assume I muted everything.
What kind is it?
What's that?
What kind of interface is it?
Well, I'm actually using a Harbinger. It's actually a 12-channel mixer, USB mixer, that I started to use when I'm live. So it's the nice thing about it is my old mixer was just did not have any effects. So I'm trying to add a little bit of reverb. I don't know if you can hear it in there or not, but also I kind of had to jury rig the other one in order to get the USB playback to come into the headphones. So this one, everything's the only disappointment I have with this is that the main volume control doesn't appear to affect what's going out on the USB. So I've got to adjust the levels individually for the mic and for the guitar. So that's something I can do, but y'all let me know if it's balanced, because the mic also picks up some of the guitar, so I don't know how much the other is going to come through. But we'll see. Y'all let me know if it's unbearable or if I'm peaking and clipping any. Jonah, you sit there sulking in the desert, outside the city in a shelter you've made. Why you angry with me? Well, man, can't you see? Raised up a vine just to give you some shade. Now you think I've only wasted your time, having mercy on people that you think are slime. You say it'd be better if I let you die, just for your sake. I won't buck my compassionate nature. You know very well yourself that it's true. Well, just think for yourself when you needed my help. Always came through for you. I called you in Joppa, that wasn't your wish. You sailed away to the city of Tarshish. I gave you 3 days in the belly of a fish, just for your sake. For your second chance I called you again. This time you pretty much did what I said. You went to that city, but without any pity, shouted out that they'd all soon be dead. But an entire city of people were saved. They cried out to me and were spared from the grave. You say my compassion I should have betrayed, just for your sake. Worms come along and it's made your vine die. Scorching heat and the wind make you cry. Well, you didn't make it grow, but you miss it, I know. Should not be concerned if a city would die. Now a Bible ends the story right there. As for Jonah's fate, we are all unaware. But as for ourselves, we must all be in prayer for everyone's sake. 'Cause in following God, we must give up our way, listen to His voice and always obey, to serve Him alone to the end of our days, for our own sake, for everyone's sake.
Is that balance okay?
I thought it sounded good.
Good.
Balance fine.
Oh, come on, Chris, sing us one.
I haven't, all I got is the tunes you've heard already.
Let's interview Chris.
Well, look, we
Tell us-
are, hey, Chris, we're singing the songs you've heard before, too. So we sing them over and over again. So
Speak for yourself.
Don't have your original sound on though.
Hang on just a
You
minute.
do, yeah. Yes, Keith, how do you usually do it? Is your guitar plugged in directly, or did you have a microphone? Beforehand, I know that your guitar was plugged directly.
Beforehand, everything was through the mic, and I noticed on playback, particularly when I was doing fingerstyle, that the guitar wasn't coming through very well. So now I'm kind of double dipping here. I'm running into a Boss AD10 acoustic guitar preamp, complete with pedal board, but it's up here on the thing, so I can't stomp it. But then that's running into one of the stereo channels on the mixer going in.
Usually I'm a lot more chatty. I don't know what's wrong with me.
That's because I stole your thunder a while ago when I said check your.
So
That's
Harry,
right. That's
you-
my role.
Yeah.
yeah, Harry, you used to use a mixer, but you were still using an interface with that mixer, right, or not?
Yeah, it was too many knobs. By the end of the show, I didn't know where I was with it, and then when the next show started, I forgot where I was previously. So now I just use the Focusrite.
I'm a
not
tech
even
guy,
plugged in
Harry,
now. I'm
so
just-
I gotta have lots of knobs. A whole bunch of them don't even do
I
anything,
don't like
but I
knobs.
still twiddle them.
Because it's just, it's hard to know where you are sometimes particularly when you're hosting. But anyway, that was my experience.
Chris,
I've
before
got a
you
10, I got a
start-
10 channel or 12 channel
Huh?
mixer that works great for it, but it's just more trouble than it's worth for me.
I like the simplicity. Every now and then I'll stress myself and plug in a bunch of stuff. Whatever you do, Chris, make sure your original sound for musicians is on.
Now see,
Well, I didn't see that. There, it's on.
look at the color we got going. Keith's got on a red shirt. I got on a green or green blue, and Chris has on a yellow. That's pretty.
Yeah, we're color coordinated. You guys look great together.
Well, the red shirt, I get one more year of eligibility.
Yeah, well,
Eligibility for what?
of course I'm looking at it gallery view on my screen right
College football joke.
now. Yeah.
Okay.
I like the stereo effect I'm getting, Chris.
Really?
I think I'm
It
getting
is, isn't it?
stereo.
Yeah, I'll do one song. This is my songwriting guitar. And it rattles. It's funny, I wrote this song a long time ago. And but with all the LGBTQ, I don't know how everybody feels, but I thought this song was pretty appropriate about today. Redneck get drinking here with all you hippies and all you queers. Been here and I've been there. Don't you understand? Fought the war in '62. Paid my dues and I'm singing the blues. Psychedelic lights flashing around. Don't know if I'm coming up Don't you
All right, Chris.
A little different twist there.
So when were you a redneck?
I don't know.
I don't
No,
ever remember you as a
I was
redneck.
just around a lot of rednecks.
Okay.
He's in redneck country now, so
Actually, I've played this for several parties at the lake where there's numerous rednecks, and they like it. And then I started when I worked for the computer company in Dallas. Dave Smith, my boss, he'd come in and listen to me play, and I'd play it. He thought it was great to him. So, and then there's people who like it, and then there's some gay people who don't like it.
Well, what about the hippies? Do they not like it either? I mean,
I think they all just go, "Oh, that's pretty good."
because
I don't
I
know.
just knew you when you were a hippie.
Yes. Well, I had to cover all, rednecks, hippies, queers. We got this and that, and we all just got to learn.
Chico. Anybody still call you Chico?
A few do.
I think about that every time that I talk. Like I just got through talking to Taco tonight. A friend of mine, Jim Garrett. Jim Garrett's his name from way
Nickname?
back when was Taco. And every time I call him Taco, I think of you, Chico.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, somebody saw me in one of those old Indian hats with the big crown, and they said, "You look like the Frito Bandito." I went, "Oh man!" They said, "Well, we'll just call you Chico." Of course, everybody up here's got nicknames. I mean, it's kind of like goes with the hills. It was kind of a security deal and a safety deal, and nobody knew who you really were sometimes.
I've had a few nicknames. What about you, Bill? Have you had a few nicknames?
Boo Boo.
What?
Boo Boo.
Boo Goo?
Boo Boo. B-O-O-B-O-O.
Oh, Boo
Boo
Boo.
Boo.
Okay.
Oh, like the bear? Boo Boo?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have mentioned it, but since you're asking, that's the first,
Well, up here we got Bugsy, and we got Crazy Ron. I mean, everybody had one. I think it all goes back to the Moonshiners, back those days.
Remember the ball knockers?
Yeah.
Ball knobbers?
So you had to have a nickname because at night you put a hood over your face and you were a vigilante group. So.
I think that was KKK.
No, the ball knock. I was corrected on this. No, we were vigilantes. We didn't care what you were. If you went around and killed people or did crap, we went after you.
Oh, okay.
They were like there was no law. So
Is
basically,
this in Missouri?
Yeah.
This is in, yeah.
Go see the play The Shepherd of the Hills. The Bald Knob.
Yeah, there you go. He nailed it. When I saw that movie, I went, "Oh my word!"
Well, wasn't the Ball Knobbers a group that played Branson for a long time? And then they
Yes.
used to play
There's a
around.
Bald Knobbers. It's like an Opry kind of thing, a local
Yeah.
show.
Well, Bob Mapes, that was the Ball Knobbers, they actually got their start on KY3. They were doing I guess they were doing a show down there, but they were doing TV and stuff. But he's the guy who was responsible for bringing all these people in to Branson. He was big deal in Nashville and stuff, and he just wheeled and deal and got people to come.
there's a popular bar in Kansas City, Knuckleheads.
Yep.
Billy Joe Shaver and people like that play there.
Yep. That's the good old Texas music.
Knuckleheads.
Yeah. They don't like it too much around here. There's this kid though you need to hear, Bobby. His name is now I'm doing what you did.
Yeah, I can't think of any names tonight.
I just hate that. But he did a lot. He played a lot in Lubbock, and he loves Texas swing. So he's got a band up here. He's kind of like a cross between Billy Joe Shaver and those guys. He's got a little of that old Texas outlaw music in him. Real good. but he can't pull the crowds up here. I said, man, you'd be killer down there. I said, you're in the wrong state, dude. You're gonna play that Bob Wills Texas Swing.
They don't like, they're not swingers up there, huh?
Even though they honored this year, the Smithsonian is honoring the Ozarks, which is all crafts, food, the whole deal, and music. And if you go to the Smithsonian, you look up, there's about 4 Texas bands that were just hot and drew big crowds. They would come up here to play.
Yeah.
St. Louis and everything. They were big time, and they wrote songs. One was called Ozark Mountain that a Texas band wrote, and big hit in the 30s, 40s. It's when you start looking at the history, you go, whoa,
That's cool.
Texas had a big influence on some of the music around here. I mean, big time. They won't admit it.
Well, Bill, isn't it time for you to come back around? What are you playing for us?
Might as well.
Our
Well,
quiet host tonight.
I got to thinking,
You guys, you can tell the heat's beating you guys down. I just want to tell you from somebody
Thanks.
not living there, you can tell you're all the energy.
Yeah, we're very off our games, and it might be a lot of that. Who knows? It might be coming from Canada for all I know.
Well, we're getting some of the smoke. Last week, I was out and it burned. It was just terrible. They just kept tearing.
We got that Memorial Weekend, believe it or not, from Canada. Smoke from
Really?
Canada. Yes, we did. And it burned my eyes when I stepped outside.
Yeah.
Remember
People
Bill?
Yeah.
I was complaining down in Deep Ellum.
Yep.
Well, we
I
better
took
let.
a walk, and you're very sensitive to that. I was surprised because I
If you're smelling smoke in Deep Ellum, it might not have been from Canada.
No, it was that the
No,
weatherman
we would've recognized
talked about it the next day. I didn't know what it was, but the next day the weatherman talked about it. All right, let's let Bill do his thing. Get this show rolling.
Well, I got to thinking as I was playing that last ditty, there's another part in it which follows the same chord progression, but it's just a different interpretation of that chord progression. But I thought it might test the attention span, so I got to thinking, well, what am I going to play next? I know what I'll do. I'll play the same song differently. So here it is. thanks, Barbie.
Did we actually
Nice.
play together?
Well, I'm
On
sure the
Zoom?
phrasing
You
was a
can't-
little winky,
can't
but
play
it
together
sounded
on
good
Zoom.
from here. But I'm sure the way it'll translate with the
I'm wondering
latency
how that will
factor,
play
it'll be
back.
weird. Yeah.
For a guy whose hand is hurting, you're playing a lot of instrumentals. That's
Yes.
Yes.
Can you tell how much trouble I was having with this finger on that C chord, though, the second time around? I'm telling you, this hand is so weak.
From what?
Hey, Django
I don't
only
know.
had 2 fingers.
I don't
to
I
know.
work with, so
I have
you're
this
blessed.
fingers bothered me, and I went to a chiropractor. He told me it's this ligament all the way up to here. So if you could get somebody to mess with that, that would help that a lot.
Up to where? Like the elbow?
No,
Up to where?
on top. Follow this finger
Uh-huh.
all the way down to right there.
At the elbow, we can't see where you're putting
Yeah,
it,
we can't
Chris.
see how.
Let me move the guitar. Okay. There's your hand. This finger here it pops sometimes. It locks on me a little bit.
Oh, that's called something like a hammer finger or what's that called?
Right.
I had
and
one of those.
so I went to him and he said, this finger, if you go all the way down, like follow it to right there. He said that ligament, and what I've been doing, I weed eat and do all that during the summer,
Yeah.
and cut tree and all that stuff. So I've messed this up. Right there. Boy, he pushed on that, and I about went to my knees. It was so.
Really?
Yeah. I went, whoa.
Well, I'm going to the doctor. Finally got my appointment. I mean, I got my appointment, but it was way off in the future, and the future is going to be tomorrow. So he's going to probably recommend
Is
something.
he a physical therapist or a chiropractor?
No, he's just my family doctor. He's going to
Well,
recommend
physical
something.
therapist is what you want to see. I had to go back and get some more massages and stuff because my body's all whacked out from the stress for the last 10 years. But that's what I've learned. What did you call it, Bobby?
A hammer finger or something like that.
I thought it was arthritis and stuff. And he goes, "Oh no, it's."
I've had where your finger locks up on you. I've had one of those. I've known people who've had it, and
How'd it go away?
Well, I massaged it from. I don't know. You can't see. I'm not on there. Let me
Oh,
see
wait
if
a
I
minute.
can.
I can see it.
something
Yeah, I
about
massaged
have a
that.
spot.
I take CBD. I put CBD salve on there.
Yeah. So I did massaging down here, and Wendy was having the same problem. And she was seeing a physical therapist, and she told me what the physical therapist did
What'd
for
he do?
her, and I did the same thing, and so
Oh,
it got better.
okay. That's what I'll do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At night I do. I wear also a hand compression glove.
But mine was my thumb. I had a thumb problem, so
Oh.
it was right in here.
Yeah. This one is this finger here.
Yeah.
And
So
I strum fine all the time, but sometimes it'll lock up and just ooh.
imagine you can find that down there somewhere. Well, that's. Does anybody know any more details about Jack Aldi?
Who's that?
Well, he's a friend of ours and a member of our Hall of Fame, and the last remaining member of the Nightcaps, who
He died on the 16th, whatever that.
we don't know what from. Was he sick for a while, or anybody know that?
No, we don't know.
I'm gonna do this song. I haven't done it in a while, so it may not come out so hot, but we'll see what that. This is for Jack. I heard your voice in the wind today, and I turned to see your face. The warmth of the wind caressed me like a veil of billowing lace. I felt your touch in the sun today as its warmth filled the sky. I closed my eyes for your embrace, and my spirit soared raindrop fell, it quietly said your name. I held you close in my heart today. It made me feel complete. In spirit here and in memory, you'll always be a part of me. You will live on as long as the sun shines. You will live on as long as the rain falls. You will live on as long as the wind blows. You will live on. Here in my heart, here in my heart, here in my heart, you will live on.
Oh, Barbie, that was beautiful.
Thank you. So Jack, that's going to be Monday, and I don't know what time it is. We'll have to look it up and see. It's going to be hot, so probably it'll be in the morning sometime at Sparkman Hillcrest. So I'll definitely show up for that.
It's a funeral.
Yeah,
Probably quite a few people there.
I think so. He's still teaching, I guess, at this college.
Well, he's athletic director or something.
He's probably off for the summer, but I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. I didn't know that he was sick or anything. I don't know anything. Maybe we can find out more about it.
They're dropping like flies up here. I know that.
Yeah. It's a sad.
Yeah, I lost 3 girlfriends. Man.
Whoa,
What?
you're the Black Widow.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that.
If you have 3 girlfriends, I'm surprised we didn't lose you.
Yeah.
Well, they were at different times of,
Oh, okay.
Different times of the day.
Different times of
out
the
of
day.
out of a bunch. They were, yeah. These were at different times in my life.
I believe we've got, I think it's Harry's turn, Bill.
I think it's
Yeah,
Harry's turn.
Harry, I'm going to go ahead and
Okay,
give it to
here I am
you.
again. Okay, this is the guy in front playing this time. Okay, this is my new song again. I'm still working on it. It's still very much a song in progress. There we go. I gave my heart to Jesus, just a little kid. Thought I'd go to heaven no matter what I did. The road was much too narrow, the end is now in sight. Lord help me if I find out I was wrong. Told a woman that I loved her, wasn't long we had a child. Told them both I'd be back for them in just a little while. Told myself just keep going, they'd be better off alone. Lord help me if I find out I was wrong. I shot a man in anger. I'd do it all again. No way I could forgive him or forget the things he did. I got down on my knees, said a little prayer. Lord, help me if I find out I was wrong. When my life is over, I don't know what I'll see. Bright light, long dark tunnel, Jesus reaching out to me. Will it all turn into darkness or the devil in disguise? Lord, help me if I find out I was wrong. I gave my heart to Jesus, just a little kid. Thought I'd go to heaven no matter what I did. The road was much too narrow, the end is now in sight. Lord, help me if I find out I was wrong. Lord, help me if I find out I was wrong. And my fingers lose the pattern about the third time through. That's it.
Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge the Lord in all of your ways, and he will direct your paths. There's so many things I was thinking about saying. That's such a great song, and it's thought-provoking, and so much I wanted to say, but I thought that was probably the one to use.
Well, it's got a ways to go. So.
Well, I like it. I imagine Chris and me singing the ooze with you on the harmony part.
The work in progress, you might say.
I don't know if it's a mental thing or a physical thing or what, but my fingers just start losing the pattern. I think if I practice more on it, I'll get it. It's not a strength thing. They just turn to flubber about
Halfway through?
it. Yeah.
Man, that's weird. I can't. Up until a few weeks ago, I wouldn't have been able to relate at all.
Get your tennis ball.
Yeah, whatever it is. I think I just need to practice on it because the more I practice on it, the better it gets. But
Yeah. But you have a finger picking style. Is it a different picking style than your others? Or?
No, it's just the repetitive. It just got to be steady all the way through, and then at some point,
Yeah,
That's
it's
hard to
hard
do.
to
at some point, once it loses the rhythm, then it's like, oh shit, you know. And but I'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I think it's just doing it
there's no stopping. It's just all the way through.
Yep.
Well, can you change the pattern on the chorus?
You could a little bit, yeah, but it's just I just got to work on it. It's not a technique thing. It's just I think I heard Joe Milton one time say, he said you can really tell the difference between a professional musician and an amateur on songs, you know, where a professional can keep it going all the way through the song.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Professional
and amateurs they start flubbing up, you know, and then it's
professional practices until they don't make any mistakes.
Yeah, they can just keep it going. You know, like in a studio situation where you're recording, you could just sit there and do that over and over and over and over and over, all the way through, you know. And it's not the fingers aren't tender. They're you know, it's whatever. It's just the mind communicating with the fingers.
There it is, right there.
There it is.
Yeah.
And when you get older, it's harder to do that.
Well, also a thing that worries me a little bit, I've got high glucose, and I've been diagnosed diabetic, type 2 diabetic, and they put me on that metformin. But that's supposed to bring all that down, and I'm hoping that'll improve it. But diabetes works, and arthritis works on those. It numbs. It has effect on those nerves in the back of your head.
Huh.
That have to do with coordination and stuff. So
Huh.
anyway, that's what you get for getting old.
Yeah. Well, we could all go like Jack.
I don't know what happened to him. He was a big guy and he was overweight. I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but he was a big guy.
It has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, he was a big guy. Did you know him, Chris? I guess you didn't.
No.
He was the last surviving drummer of the Nightcaps.
Nightcaps, and they did that song that ZZ Top recorded, that other people recorded that they didn't ever get full credit for or whatever. Was it
They had Wine, and
Wine?
Were they from Dallas?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Were they around when I was living there? I don't remember that.
No,
name.
they're older guys than we are.
Right.
Our generation, they were a little bit older.
that was like
Yeah.
1960-ish.
Early.
Oh.
Well, 64 or 3 or 2 or something like that.
Rock and roll.
Very early.
They were out playing then at like Luann's and places like that.
Yeah.
All the colleges, all these little bands in all these colleges and high schools, they played Wine, because it's easy to learn.
My man played it for
Yeah,
a while.
I bet bands still play it.
I'll have to look it up.
In fact,
Wine,
Sonny
the
Boy,
Nightbirds.
John Williamson.
Pass that bottle.
I mean, the Nightcaps.
Oh, it's a Sonny Boy Williams song. Okay.
No, it's not. I said John Williamson, who used to play bass with my group, he always sang that song in the group. Sonny Boy, he called himself Sonny Boy
You get a
Williamson.
nickel, I'll get a dime. We'll go out and buy
Hey,
some
I got a
wine,
question,
drink
and it came up.
wine.
Bugs Henderson is still around live?
Mm-mm.
No?
I don't think
Gone?
I think he's gone. I think we lost him, didn't we?
I don't know.
Did we lose him?
I used to go see him and he played barefoot.
Oh yeah.
God, he was great.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what a player. Wow.
He's from Tyler.
Oh, and Reverend Horton Heat is playing in Springfield.
Well,
I
I'm not
think.
surprised.
Yeah. I was shocked when I heard it on the radio. I went, whoa, he's still around? I remember when we videotaped him. And he sat on his bass guitar and was thumping away at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the cable access thing that we used to do.
Yeah.
Yep. He died. Bugs Henderson died in 2012. He was 68.
Okay.
Wow.
Said he was from Jefferson, Texas, but I always thought he was from Tyler because he recorded at Robin Hood
Yeah.
Studio in Tyler,
Yeah.
I guess. But
Now, there's a studio.
that's where he died. Oh, he was born in Palm Springs, California. I did not know that. Did not know that. But he was our hero for a long time here in Dallas.
Oh,
I played with him once on the Palladium stage.
Wow.
I actually guess I should say he played with me once.
Oh.
I got up. I played on the stage at the Palladium in Dallas, and he got up and played. I think it was "God Bless the Child" with me. I was playing piano and he was playing guitar. It was cool.
Yeah. He was so smooth. Really, just sat
Great
there.
guitar player.
Hey, Barb,
Yeah.
I found Jack Olday's obituary.
Oh, you did?
Do y'all want to hear it, or you want me to send it?
Yeah.
Or- okay.
No, let's hear it.
Says Jack Alday, obituary. Alday, comma, Jack, 12 January 1941, 16 July 2023. So he was 82,
81,
I guess.
82.
Yeah. Longtime Dallasite, Jack Alday passed away 16 July 2023, a native of Atlanta, Texas. Y'all know where that is? Jack attended grade school in Shreveport before moving to Dallas with his family in 1952. He graduated from Highland Park High School, where he played on the 1957 state championship football team and was co-captain of the baseball team. He received his BBA from SMU, returning to his alma mater some 30 years later to earn a master's in liberal arts. A lifelong musician, he helped organize and then played with the Nightcaps, a popular party band, Wine, 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 while in college. The Nightcaps, touring with other bands throughout much of the United States and part-time job at the Town North YMCA, financed his college education. In 1966, he joined the U.S. Army. After graduation from Officer Candidate School, he served in Vietnam, 1967-68, and was decorated for his service and honorably discharged in 1969. That same year, he married lifelong sweetheart, who he met at SMU, Charlene Nixon of Bryan, Texas. He founded All Day and Associates advertising agency in 1970 and managed that business, which subsequently became the Task Force All Day Consulting Practice for more than 30 years. During his advertising career, he won numerous awards in creative competitions throughout the United States. Toward the end of his career, he taught and then became athletics director at Northwood University, where he was chair of advertising studies and received the Faculty Excellence Award. After Northwood closed its Texas campus, he became athletics director at the University of North Texas at Dallas, where he built a thriving and successful athletics program. He is survived by his wife, Charlene, 3 children, Robert Stewart Allday and wife, Kathy, Angus Taylor Allday, and Meredith Allday Spence, and her husband, Andrew. Jack Langford is a good friend of that son, I think. All of Dallas and 7 grandchildren, blah, blah, blah. It just goes on just naming kin folks. Let's see if it says anything.
Well, the celebration of life will be held on July the 24th. That would be Sunday.
Yes.
2 p.m.
Sparkman Hillcrest Funeral Home in Dallas, Texas, on Monday, July 24, 2 p.m. And burial service at Pinecrest Cemetery
Going to be buried in Atlanta, Texas.
Atlanta, yeah.
That must be somewhere near Shreveport or.
Down that
It's
way.
out east somewhere.
Yeah.
They have a bluegrass festival.
That place is going to be packed if that guy, my God, that man was quite a talent. Busy. He did a
He
lot
was.
of stuff. Wow.
He was working up till the end.
Wow.
He was a great guy. He did he directed a couple of Hall of Fame posters after we inducted him into the Hall of Fame. Then he helped us out with our next few Hall of Fames and had students do a couple of our posters, and they turned out really good. I remember the one with our inductees walking across Abbey Road, and that was cool. The other one. But
Wow.
so he was good. A good guy. I'm going to miss him. Sad.
Kind of a downer tonight, huh? All this.
I can't help it.
It's Chris's fault.
It is not. But Chris is it Chris's turn? It's Chris's turn.
It's Chris's
Play
turn.
Jefferson Road and pick
Yeah.
us up a little bit, Chris.
What happened to Keith?
Oh, did we
Yeah.
miss Keith?
There you go.
Keith,
Keith
get
and
in
then
here and
Chris.
play your
He
song.
got real quiet, so he didn't want to play.
The Rattlesnake
Keith, you're way
Rita
in
or
the
whatever.
back.
Oh, we'll let Keith play right now.
Yeah, let's stay in our line here.
All right. Well, I've had my share of heartache. It's a feeling I just can't endorse. A half a dozen girlfriends have left me. 2 marriages ended up in divorce. My old hound dog ran off with the poodle. You know that was a terrible day, but it can't match the pain in my heart the day my self-driving truck drove away. Oh, my self-driving truck drove away, left me standing at the end of the road. She put herself in gear, she tore out of here. Well, I was just trying to unload. Well, she left me without any reason. Man, I hope she'll come back someday. And since I don't own a bike, I just have to hike. My self-driving truck drove away. Well, I met her one day in the showroom of her little town's Ford dealership. I could tell by her headlights she loved me, and soon we'd be joined at the hip. I'd wash her and wax her each morning, and she spent every night in the garage. I did all I could think of to spoil her, but she decided to get out of Dodge. Well, my self-driving truck drove away, left me standing at the end of the road. She put herself in gear, she tore out of here. I was trying to unload. Well, she left me without any reason. Man, I hope she'll come back someday. And since I don't own a bike, I just have to hike. My self-driving truck drove away. Well, I guess that I should have known better. Should have bought me a Best Pass instead. I guess I was caught up in folly, 'cause my heart overruled my head. But now that I've learned my lesson, there's a moral I can't overstate, that a man makes a fool of himself when his transport becomes his soulmate. Oh, my self-driving truck drove away, left me standing at the end of the road. She put herself in gear, she tore out of here, while I was just trying to unload. Well, she left me without any reason. Man, I hope she'll come back someday. And since I don't own a bike, I just have to hike, and it's starting to rain, and it drives me insane, because my self-driving truck drove away.
That sounds like a hit song to me. You know, they say that these self-driving vehicles, you know, you can just tell them to go park or go home, park in the garage, and when you get ready for them to pick you up at the airport, you can just call them and they'll come get you. You know.
Oh, there you go.
I don't think they can do that right yet, but they're close to that. Anyway, good song.
Thank you.
I don't know what
I
happened.
guess
to
Chris
everybody else.
left.
Yeah, where'd Chris go?
Chris is gone. Barb's not there. I wonder. They probably went for coffee. they
Well, I'll
drove.
be
They drove away.
hornswaggled. What are
They
we
drove
gonna
away,
do?
Keith.
What are we gonna do? Well, shucks.
Well, Bill, it's probably up to you then.
I think it's time for Bill to sing a song.
Okay, here it is, and fortunately, I don't think we've got much of a crowd today, because this is going to be a demonstration of how much further I need to go before I can play. Since you've been gone, I've been missing you so. I can't go on, nowhere to go. I can't be strong, can't be alone. I've been loving you so long, and now I'm on my own. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Why don't you come back home? I've been loving you so long, can't bear to be alone. afternoon. Covers over my head. Gotta get up soon. I can't be strong. Can't even answer my phone. Been loving you so long, and now I'm on my own. Ba 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 da. Why don't you come back home? I've been loving you so long, can't bear to be alone. Ba 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 da. I've been losing my mind. You're simply the best one a man could ever find. I lost my way, and they say my reasoning too. Oh, I can't say, you know it's true. No, I can't stay. I can't go. My skies are gray, can't face my day. I need you so. Ba 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 da. Why don't you come back home? I've been loving you so long, can't bear to be alone. Ba 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 da. I've been losing my mind. You're simply the best one a man could ever find. Ba 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 da. Why don't you come back home? I've been loving you so long, can't bear to be alone. Ba 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 da. I've been losing my mind. You're simply the best one a man could ever find. Since you've been gone, I've been losing my mind. You're simply the best one a man could ever find. Ba 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 da. Why don't you come back home? Ba 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 da. I've been missing you so. Ba 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 da. I've been losing my mind. You're simply the best one a man could ever find. You're simply the best one a man could ever find. You're simply the best one a man could ever find.
Ba 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 da.
I don't know. Your fingers seem to work fine on that boogie part when you go to the G.
Thanks, Barbie. I can't wait to hear the latency factors.
Hey, Bill, are your fingers just weak? Is that what it is?
Yes, they're very, very weak. And this one, although it wants to go where it's supposed to go, it can't. My whole hand is weak, but this finger here does not seem to be able to get where it's supposed to go. I have to. It's like it wants to perform, but it can't.
Ask your general practitioner to refer you to a
Yeah, you will.
therapist. A hand.
Yeah, a hand therapist.
A
I think
hand
is the
therapist,
technical
yeah.
term for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Chris said that his internet went down. He texted me.
Oh, that's no good.
I I asked him if he could get back on, but he didn't answer me back, so I guess he can't. I don't think we'll see him back. I had to go off. Oh, there he is. Is that him? No.
Nope.
So I had to get up because my legs were getting numb, and then once I stood up, the dog had to go out. So
So Barb's legs are numb. My right hand ain't working. Bill's left hand ain't working.
Oh,
We're pretty-
man.
Keith, what's Keith's problem? Keith, you got a
Real
problem?
folks show.
Yeah, my blood sugar's going up and down and
Uh-oh.
up and down. I
I
don't
got
know if
that.
you heard it, but when we were getting started to go, I had to run because my alarm on my phone was going off. Because if I'm out of range of 20 feet from it for more than a half an hour, it goes off saying, "Hey, you got to be close by so I can monitor your blood sugar."
oh wow! So that's an app.
Are you
there.
diabetic?
Yes, I am. I got this little gizmo here that talks to my phone and tells it continuously what my blood sugar is.
So you have to take the shots?
Yeah, I do shots.
You give yourself shots?
Yeah.
Ooh, I hate that. I have to give
well,
myself vitamin B shots, and I hate
Well,
it.
this isn't so bad because I mean it only goes. It's subcutaneous, so it's only going in about 1/4 of an inch.
Oh,
It
well,
isn't too bad.
the needles for the B12 shots are that long.
Yeah, that I
They go
couldn't
deep
do
into
that.
the muscle.
I couldn't do that. This goes into my belly once in the morning.
Well, okay, I'm going to do a song that I hadn't done in a while. This was written back in my single days. You know I see these men when I go out of the town. They're all winking at me. They're all coming round, but there he stands in his humbleness. Just doesn't know how much I crave his tenderness. That man I choose is afraid he'll lose in love. Oh, honey, now, come on. He's afraid to venture into my bed with me. Even mentions his feelings of insecurity. But of all these men who have around, I want that earthy man with his feet on the ground. I said that man I choose is afraid he'll lose in love. Oh, now come on, honey. I need a good man's loving, someone to really understand and make me feel like a woman, not just any man. So I'm home alone another long, lonely night, wanting that one man I know would be right. That man I choose is afraid he'll lose in love. That man I choose is afraid he'll lose in love. That man I choose is afraid he'll lose in love. And oh, honey, now come on. You know what I like.
Your balance is good, but on your vocal and piano peaks, you're clipping just a little bit. So you might back off just a tad on the overall volume.
Okay, thank you. I will try that.
Message: gangbusters.
All right, so I believe that,
So, what was the audience response when you did that song?
what, just now or back
Yeah.
when?
Yeah.
people didn't back when.
Yeah.
I don't know. People didn't really listen a lot to lyrics back
Maybe
then.
we're just
Everybody
paying
got up
closer
and danced.
attention.
You know, that was a good
Yeah.
song to do the push to.
When
so
I
people
started
loved it.
listening to lyrics, man, I ruined a whole bunch of music. I had to stop listening to Pink Floyd altogether. I mean, I seriously, I never really listened to what they were singing. Well, yeah, it's a cool song until I started thinking, oh man, that's depressing as all get out.
All they needed was a good hook.
When I wrote that song, I was playing at the Baked Potato Restaurant in Dallas, a piano bar. And that's what I was doing, I was playing at the piano bar. And I liked the manager a lot. He was real tall and good looking, had a mustache, and I really liked that guy. But he was a kind of a country guy, you know, and he was anyway, he was, you know, scared of me because I was a singer, you know. So he thought I'd be too wild for him, you know. So I wrote that song about him.
That's great. Well, I'll get you off the hot seat now, Barbie, and I'm going to hand it over to Harry.
Wasn't someone telling us the other day, maybe it's you, Bill, about some lady, female singer that would take a song and give it to someone to record in French, and then have the French give it to someone to record in German, and then someone to record in Spanish, whatever. And then finally, when they got done with it, it'd come back to her, and they'd put it into English again.
That's a lady on the internet. She used Google Translate to do it.
Google Translate, yeah, okay. And then,
yeah.
then she, maybe it's you telling us about it.
Yeah, I think so.
And then she sings the song with the translated back to English version.
I'll send a link out sometime to her website. She's got some funny stuff. She also did the soliloquy from Hamlet, and it was just hilarious.
That's such a great
Living
idea.
or decomposing? It is a question.
Oh my goodness!
What people will do, and she gets millions of hits, right? Or likes.
Oh
all that
yeah,
kind of stuff.
she's big time out there.
And we think we're
I'll
doing
send
good.
a link sometime.
If I get 20 likes, that's a record for me usually. Okay, I'll do a song. It's a real short one, so whoever's next, get ready. Talk to my heart, tell it like it is. Lately it's been wondering how things are. If your love is true, I'm begging you, have a little talk with my heart. 3 little words, I love you, are all it really wants to hear. Talk to my heart, tell it like it is. Lately it's been wondering how things are. All you've got to do, I'm begging you, have a little talk with my heart. Three little words, I love you, are all it really wants to hear. Talk to my heart, tell it like it is. Lately it's been wondering how things are. If your love is true, I'm begging you, have a little talk
song.
Thank you
Great
very much.
delivery.
It's easy to remember. I like them kind of songs. And my fingers didn't mess up on that, and they started to there in one spot, but it switches around, you know, and it lets you start doing something different, and it works. Anyway, next.
All right. I sent y'all a link. You might want to copy it before it goes away at the end. But it's a YouTube channel called Twisted Translations, and this is their Beatles medley. So, but I'll go ahead and play my song here. Listening to mariachis outside O'Connor's pub, iced tea, fish and chips, and mushy peas for grub, a combination solely found in this Texas hub, only in San Antonio. In the fall of 1990, we first came here as a pair to see the Alamo, the river walk, the hemisphere, walking hand in hand, loving memories we'd share, just for us in San Antone. We returned many times with our family in tow. It grew on us more through the years, but none of us can live forever, I know, and your loss still brings me to tears. San Antonio's always a good idea, that's what we'd always say. Now I sit here on my own, remembering the day we'd come here together to rejuvenate and play together in San Antone. I'm missing you in San Antone. Deep within my heart, there's a melody.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Keith Dodson. I better get.
Oh, so you're finally going to be a host at the end of the night. It's about time you stepped up, Mr. Bill.
Oh, that's right. I did that good though, didn't I?
You did.
did
You
that
sounded like
good.
a real host then.
Yeah, boy howdy. Well, the four of us, I actually can't think of anything else to play. So, you guys are free to
Well, we've got 10
play
minutes or
something.
11
So
minutes.
so we still have 10 more minutes, so we can.
Okay.
I will take this time to ask you a question. When that band that the founder is going to be playing at 10, are they going to be playing upstairs, or are they going to be playing downstairs in the bowling alley?
You
Are
know
we gonna
what?
have
There,
to
nobody's playing upstairs.
Okay.
And so yeah, nobody's playing upstairs. It's all downstairs. They don't have. They might have the room booked for upstairs, but it's not a band open to the public.
Great. Great. So, okay, yeah. Rich was worried that we were going to not be able to have enough time, but that they were going to start at 10 o'clock on the dot. And I assured him that wasn't, I attempted to assure him that wasn't the case. I'm assured that won't going to be the case. But
Enough time for what? Y'all haven't, how long is it
Well,
going to
let's
take you
say
to
we
set
play
up?
Well, I'm assuming that every band's going to play for 45 minutes, and then it'll be 15 minutes time to do the changing of the equipment. Is that a safe assumption? Let's say the 7 o'clock band plays to 7:45, and then they get off, and the 8.
No. The 7 o'clock band starts setting up at 7, and they play till 8. The 8 o'clock band starts setting up at 8. I mean, they play until just before 8. And the 8 o'clock band starts setting up at 8, and they play till just before 9. We're doing it like we do at the festivals.
Okay.
So your time is, if you set up quick, then you have more time,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Okay. So that means we have the band that comes on has the stage on the hour, and the quicker they get
Right.
set up.
Yes.
Okay. What about people leaving while other? Oh, that's right, because the other band is off the stage on the hour, right?
Well, you walk away. I mean, you don't have a drummer, so y'all just
Actually,
pick your.
we will have a drummer.
Oh.
We're a 5-piece band, but it won't be an acoustic set. It's actually an electronic set.
Okay.
He's got his own amp for that.
That's going to be a big problem there. I see why you're wanting more time and stuff, but I don't. We can't really have a bunch of lag time for setup, so I'm not sure. He can probably come in early and set up, so we'll already have the drums set up.
Are we
back
the
there.
only band with a drum set?
Yeah, yes, you are.
Oh.
In fact, the other groups are not really bands. Are just, well, they're 3-piece. They don't have drummers. They're acoustic.
Oh.
Everybody's acoustic.
Oh. Okay. Well, I will definitely tell the members of the band to watch this last 15 minutes so they get a gist.
Oh, so
of what we're
yeah.
doing now. Have them look at this, or I'll just pass it on to them. But yeah. Okay. So what we need to do is they aren't going to have a bunch of teardown time like a full-fledged guitar, bass, drums, keyboards, other guitar.
No, they'll just pick up their instruments and walk off.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so what we do is we start setting up at 9, and we play until
10.
well, we want to be out of the way of the 10 o'clock band.
Well, they don't have drums or anything. They'll just walk on stage and set up. But so yeah, but you have to get out early. So maybe you stop 5 minutes early. So stop at give yourself 5 minutes to get your amps off stage or whatever.
Yeah.
And
that shouldn't
and
be
don't
so
wrap
hard.
cords or anything. Just pick up your amp and walk off stage.
Yeah. Excellent.
And your guitar and walk off stage and leave the drums.
Yeah.
The
of
drums can
course.
be torn down at the end.
Yeah. At the end.
It
of
Yeah.
could
the
take me
last
half an
band
hour
set.
just to pick up my amp, much
If you,
less
if,
walk
you,
with it.
if you see someone setting up in front of you, between you and the audience, you'll know it's the next band.
Yeah.
Some people will do that, They push you off the stage.
Okay.
Look
well,
for the
that-
hook.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to get a hook.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. I've got a cane. Should I bring it?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Just pull them off. Okay, I'll sing a short song here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Barbie McMillen.
If I could only reach for you, I'd reach for you when I'm alone. You'd feel the touch I'd have to give to you would make you feel like you've come home. But I only seem to stumble, get into trouble when I say what's on my mind. And I'm far behind in showing how much I love. I think I hear somebody else playing along with me.
Sorry.
If I could only smile at you the way I smile when my eyes recall your face, you'd feel the warmth I'd have to give to you that puts the sunshine in second place. I've loved you all my life, and you know it's right if I can prove my love. If I can prove, if
Very
Sorry,
good, Barbie.
Barb. I
Sorry
was
about
trying to
that.
see if the key was right for my next song. I didn't realize I wasn't muted. I apologize.
It's all right. And I thank Glory Wyndham for that song. That song was in the musical Give Me a Break, but she wrote it mostly.
Barb, I posted that Jack's obituary on the
Okay,
DSA,
good. Thank you
DSA
for-
Facebook page.
I'm so glad you did. I hope a lot of people show up.
I put a little message with it right at the top. I hope if that doesn't work right, I can edit that.
That'd be great. All right.
So,
You do one, and I guess Keith will sing us out.
am I supposed to do one? I will.
I think it's your turn.
Okay, I thought maybe you were taking us home there, but I guess not.
No, let's go ahead and do the complete round. And
Okay. We'll do one. I met that little yellow rose way down in Texas, don't you know? But Rosie never did a thing for me. 'Cause Texas has another flower. I think about her every hour. Her beauty's fresher than the morning breeze. So take me up just south of Lubbock, just take me up just south of Lubbock to that place where we both grew up. She's the prettiest flower I've ever seen. I'm talking about the Hoka Daisy. She's the one who drives me crazy. Toka Daisy, you're the gal for me. The Hoka Daisy, I love you. The Hoka Daisy, I'll be true. And like that little blossom of purple and gold, I know our love will always grow. The Hoka Daisy, you're so sweet. You've got me on my knee. The Hoka Daisy, you're the lady, and will you marry me? I said I met that little yellow rose, blue bonnet with her turned up nose. They didn't do a thing for me. 'Cause Texas has another flower. I think about her every hour and all the ways that she knows how to please. So drop me off just south of Lubbock. All my exes you can call up. She's the prettiest flower I've ever seen. I'm talking about the Hoka Daisy. She's the one who drives me crazy. Toka Daisy, you're the gal for me. The Hoka Daisy, you're the lady, and will you marry me? That's my last song, the Hoka Daisy. There we go.
Yay.
very nice, Harry. That's good picking.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
well, you didn't hear some of the little flubs there, but I got through it, didn't I? I'm playing this acoustic guitar almost exclusively now. I got tired of the black guitar. Okay, who we got? Barb.
No, it's Keith.
All right,
playing-
Keith, you
I was
are
playing
the
your little chord
grand
change.
finale.
Oh wow. Yeah, the closer of the vaudeville show was the one that was picked that could drive people out of the theater so they could seat people for the next show. So I guess that's how I ended up here.
Not in this case.
Anyway, I posted a link to that Google Translates the YouTube channel. I posted a link to her Beatles medley, which is hilarious. So you might want to copy that link before we exit today. But anyway, I'll end with this one. Well, it happened late last night while I was all alone. You called me on the phone and you made your feelings known. You no longer loved me and said that we were through. Then you gently parted with these words, I hope that your dreams come true. But if my dreams came true, I'd go to work without my pants, or I'd wrestle a gorilla at the homecoming dance. Then there's a nightmare of never seeing you. So there's one thing that I ask you now, don't hope that my dreams come true. When we were together, I dreamed of future days, of children we would raise, while into your eyes I'd gaze. Now these dreams are gone and I'm forever blue, since you gently parted with these words, I hope that your dreams come true. But if my dreams came true, I'd take a 30-story fall, or I'd end up in a swamp where the alligators maul. Then there's a nightmare of never losing you. But it's one thing that I ask you now, don't hope that my dreams come true. Now I cannot sleep at night, no food has any taste. I sit alone for hours, my life's become a waste. And the only thing you left me is a hope that my dreams come true. But if my dreams came true, I'd go to work without my pants, or I'd wrestle a gorilla at the homecoming dance. Then there's the nightmare of never seeing you. So there's one thing that I ask you now, I'm begging you to hear me now. Don't hope that my dreams come true. Don't hope that my dreams come true.
And that was Keith Dodson wrapping up the evening for us. Thank you all for tuning in this evening. I guess it's time to touch the little red leave button. Thanks
Tune
again
out.
for tuning in. And thanks everybody for visiting with me this evening.
Thanks for hosting,
As
Bill.
always, had a great time.
Yeah, Harry, hang in there for a second. I want to talk to you before you go off.
All
Okay.
right, Barbie, I'll